Hey everybody, happy Tuesday night. This is going to kick off a 7 special 24-hour series I'm doing real quickly. And I am going to be talking about film and TV related things because I don't know if y'all know or not, but I'm also a TV show and movie critique reviewer. I've been on Palaplat and several other places, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Letterboxd, Metacritic, you name it, I'm there reviewing most of the movies, and I tend to go to the movies and watch a lot of them. Um, I've always been, a little bit of a cinephile, so I figured why not go ahead and kick this off with a little, because it's getting, warm, film reviews. And this first one that I'm going to do is going to be the top 5 historical or important documents that I've seen I feel like others probably should watch. So let's go ahead and get it started, shall we? The first that we're going to talk about, mind you, this is my top 5, but I do have 2 bonuses at the end to make it a total of 7 that are honorable mentions, one which is not out yet but is on my to be watched. So the first one is Zurawski versus Texas. This is a big time major issue, and this is available on Jolt for watching, and they've been doing open public screenings all across the country since it released. I watched it when it first released at the end of November, I think it was. It's a must watch. Anybody who cares about women's health care, this documentary is absolutely, it's got a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, an 8.3 out of 10 out of IMDb. It is a must-see documentary. It will open your eyes. I guess it was initially released on August the 31st, 2024. So I saw it about that time. I thought it was a little bit later, but yeah, it's a must-watch. Hold on a second.
Hey, Molly. I'd like to see if I could get in contact with you so that you're representing a group of women who is launching a suit against Duke.
When you have doctors feeling like they can't provide medical care, it is a dangerous situation.
That ultrasound is on your belly and it's showing a pregnancy, and you think it's your pregnancy. But it is not your pregnancy. It is the state's pregnancy.
I spoke with Molly because this is not okay.
Somebody had to file the first suit. There are a lot of people depending on me and my fellow plaintiffs and this lawsuit.
Good morning, Your Honor. Molly Duane from the Center for Reproductive Rights for the Plaintiffs.
All right, let's do this.
So yeah, watch Zurawski versus Texas. The next is Sugarcane, which also has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7 out of 10 on IMDb, and 90% on Metacritic. According to Google, 71% of people who have watched it have liked it. It is one I feel is incredibly important, pertinent to, especially with yesterday being Red Dress Awareness MMIW Day for Cinco de Mayo. It is an investigation into abuse and missing children at an Indian residential school that sparked a reckoning with the nearby Sugarcane Reservation where these things occurred. Also came out in August of 2024. It is very sad but important that people are aware of what residential Native American and First Nations schools have done to children. So that's the second on the list. Another one which is on Netflix is called The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. It is the secret life of a young WoW gamer who happened to have Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's a beautiful, heart-wrenching story, but it's really important to me because my 2 oldest sons carry Duchenne muscular dystrophy. They're also wheelchair-bound, and it is a terminal illness. WoW, World of Warcraft, was where he spent most of his time, Evelyn. And his name was Matt Steen. It's a beautiful, beautiful documentary, but his group in WoW actually did like a funeral service that they turn into an annual tradition that they do on the server that he attended often within the World of Warcraft world. So it's definitely a great one. I really feel like everyone should. The next is Murder in Bighorn, which is an examination of the circumstances surrounding cases of MMIW, that is missing and murdered Indigenous women, within Bighorn County, Montana, through the perspectives of Native American families, Native journalists, and local law enforcement officers. It came out in 2023, but still, this is a very important issue of genocide in the United States and throughout Canada of First Nations people. It's very under talked about. Resources for cases and departments are awful. The way that they treat people, the amount of evidence that goes missing, I could just go on and on. And this is told from the perspective of people that have been trying to bring awareness to these things to stop them and to find ways to prevent them from occurring at the same time. It's really challenging. It starts out when the body of a 14-year-old boy named Henry Scott is discovered on a Northern Cheyenne area reservation, and they at first determined that the cause of death was hypothermia, but the people that are in the area believe that there was foul play involved, and this happens a lot. Or like someone getting picked up and then taken far out and left in the elements. And, this is commonly known as a starlight tour. So that is why I feel Murder in Bighorn is important. And finally, that brings me to the biggest one of my top 5 here, which is The Family, also on Netflix. It is about an enigmatic, highly charismatic, culty, that's my opinion, conservative Christian group known as The Family, who wield a strong influence in Washington, D.C. in pursuit of their global ambitions. And I would recommend, if you have not already seen it, go watch it immediately. It came out in August 2019, so it's been a while that it's been on there, but it is very important. If you know anything about the 48 Laws of Power book, that's relevant to this. And just, Cult 47, that's all I can say about that. So yeah, The Family on Netflix. Watch it and learn. It's gonna trip you out. I promise. It will just blow your mind. That brings me to the bonus things. This is something I have not watched yet, but the trailer is... You gotta watch it. It is about the children of Yahtzee soldiers and what happened, and their final account is what it is called, of what they've seen during the Holocaust and World War II. So this is something I feel like is important to hear as a final account. So that's definitely a highlight one on my to be watched. And then You're No Indian, which... it's about disenrollment from tribe and all kinds of things related to separation between tribal people, which is all kind of colonization based and very important to learn about and come to understand because of mixed natives, people trying to reconnect with their culture who were, stripped of it before. And then also those who do pretend to try to get benefits and things like that. These are very real problems. And then the people that actually are genetically tied to these tribes and these clans being removed from their status so they can no longer get the benefits or no longer claim their heritage. It's quite heart-wrenching. And so, yeah, You're No Indian. Those are my bonus ones. Thank you for checking in with me and listening to me rant a little bit about documentaries that I think will educate and entertain you.